G'day boys. So last week we looked at a couple of concepts, and the first one we looked at were factors. Okay. Now a factor, just a reminder, a factor is a whole number that can be divided exactly into a larger whole number, so to speak. Okay. So a factor is where if you have two numbers together, if you multiply them, they go into a number, they equal a number. Those two multiplication numbers are the factors. So let's start with just a bit of an example. If I have the number 20, okay, what are all the factors of 20? So we've got to think about what numbers are there that go into 20. Now, first of all, we know 1 is a factor of 20, okay, because 1 times 20 equals 20. So there's your first two factors, 1 and 20, okay. The second one, the second factor that we can look at is because it's an even number, 2 must go into it. So 2 times what equals 20? We should know that 10 is also a factor. Now there's one more that we can be able to, we should know our times tables, and we should know that 4 times 5 is also the factor, is a factor. So if we look at it this way, 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20 are our factors, okay, of 20. Awesome. Okay, so let's start with that then. All right, let's rub this out. That's the first thing you need to know. That's what a factor is. Okay, pretty straightforward. We can go from there. All right. Now, the second thing that we actually looked at, okay, is something called HCF. Okay. HCF is what we know as a highest common factor. So that is when we compare two numbers together, okay, we compare two numbers together to find what is the most common factor they have, but also what is the highest, okay. So let's go through a bit of an example. If we have the numbers, let's go 36, okay, and 18. Yeah, let's just start with that one. Okay. We got to list all the factors of 36 and 18. So let's start here. We know 1 is, okay, 36 is also the factor. 2, okay, and what's the pair for 2? It would be 18. Okay, we should know 3 times 12, okay, 4 times 9, and we should know 6 times 6, okay? So they're all our factors of 36. So if we now go across to 18, what are some factors of 18? We've got 1, okay? We also have 18 because 1 times 18 is 18, 2 and 9, and then 3 and 6. Okay, so we can see that. They're all our factors of 36 and 18. Now, we need to find what is the highest common factor between these two numbers. So the first thing I want you to do is to go through and circle or highlight all the numbers that they have in common. So 1 is in both of them. 2 is in both of them. 3, 6, 9, and 18. So every factor of 18 is actually also a factor of 36. Should have known that straight away. However, let's look at it. What is the highest common factor? So what is the largest number they both have in common? We should clearly be able to see that 18 is our HCF for these two numbers. Okay, fantastic. So that's a simple one. Let's go a little bit trickier. So if we give you, let's go down to this question here. Let's find the highest common factor between 18, 54, and 30. So now we're comparing three sets of numbers. So we'll put 18 over here, okay? We'll put 54 here, and we'll put 30 here, okay? So let's start with 18. We know what we just did 18, so it's 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, okay? Factors of 18. Let's do 54, a little bit trickier now. Okay, so we know 1 is 2 because it's even, so 2 times 26. Okay, does our 3 times tables go into 54? They do, because I'm a really, really smart mathematician. I know 3 times 18 equals 54. Okay. Does our 4s? No, our 4s don't go in there. Okay, our 5, no, because 5 doesn't go into 54. 6 does. So 6 times what equals 54? That is 9. Okay. And is there any more we can do? 7 times? No. 8 times? No. We've got our 9s. Okay. So let's start with that. There are our factors for 54 for now. Okay, there are our factors for 54. Okay, and our final one is our 30. So what numbers of 30, okay, what factors of 30 are there that we can think of? Also, let's start with 1 and 30. 2, so 2 times what equals 30? We should know that that's 15, okay. 3, because it's 30, 3 times 10. 4 doesn't, no. 5 does, because there's a 0 there. 5 goes into numbers that have 0 end in 0. 5 times 6 equals 30. 7 doesn't, 8 doesn't, 9 doesn't, and then we're back to 10. Okay, so there are our factors for 30. So now we need to go through and highlight all the numbers that 18, 54, and 30 have in common. So they've all got 1. Okay, we know that. They've also all got 2 because they're all even, so they must have 2. Now, 3 goes in 18. Good. It goes into also 54, and it goes into 30. 6 over here goes there. Yep, okay, so 6 goes into 18, it goes into 54, and it goes into 30. Okay, 9 goes into 18, 9 goes into 54, 9 doesn't go in there. So we can undo that. Not going to highlight 9 because that doesn't go into them. Okay, what else are we looking at? Well, 18's in this one. 18 is also here. 18's not there. No. Okay. So now we should be able to see that the largest number that they've all got, so the highest common factor that 18, 54, and 30 have in common equals 6. All right, so hopefully that gives you a bit of an understanding of factors and highest common factor and gives you a start, boys.